So I'm sitting with Rod and Dawn. We're going to be talking a bit about giving. And we've got the nice new Neighbourhood cups there. Because the guests get treated well, the host gets a paper cup. So, budget cuts. So, we're going to talk about giving. We've been talking to a couple different people, just kind of getting a feel for different people in the church and what that has played out in their lives and what that means. So, what in your life, like what age did you kind of start learning about giving?
I think I'll start it off. I was raised in a Christian home, and so right from the onset, giving was something that they emphasized, and my parents had emphasized giving, so it was a strong heritage, I think, that I was raised in, and so it was just an expectation. Excuse me. When my parents passed away, though, that's when I truly realized what giving was all about. I was 17 years old, and after my parents had passed away, I got to see the heritage that they left for us. And it was giving not only of their resources, but of their time. Mm-hmm. And it was amazing how many people came in and just talked to me and said, this is what your dad did for me, or this is what your mom did. And, that heritage is something that I want to pass on to my daughters, mm-hmm. and just make sure that that's a legacy that I leave, because I see what happened with my parents and what the legacy that they left.
That's an interesting segue, because, we've all been in the church for a while, and there's much more to giving than just the transaction. There's the residual effects of it, which you just kind of talked about with your parents, right? How has that been in your life then, in terms of personally? So you saw the residual effects of your parents being generous people. How has that been for you as a married couple or as a single guy in university giving? Have you seen any benefits or any doors open because of generosity?
So what do you think there, Dawn?
Yeah, absolutely. We have been on the same page from the beginning of our marriage as far as generosity and money and giving, and I think it's given us strong relationships with people that mean a lot to us, and that we've been able to support them at times, and we've experienced the support of other people at times. So I don't know.
And I also think even between you and I, like, if you have an attitude of giving, you're going in, because that's what marriage is.
Yeah,
you have to be a servant and not holding on to things so tightly, mm-hmm. and being able to that. I think it just transpires into all facets of your life, not just, like you said, giving a check and an offering plate.
Yeah.
It transpires. And the people that you meet and the friends that you have, mm-hmm. are true friends, and I think it comes down to generosity with that.
Well, absolutely. People are attracted to people that aren't takers. Yeah. And that's not just financially, that's emotionally, that's time, right? Like, we like to be around people that are giving, and givers don't necessarily just want to be around a taker either, yeah. because that gets really old fast. So, in your journey, obviously, learning from a young age in your marriage, having some great relationships because of generosity, what do you think giving has done for you that you think might encourage others to start looking at living a generous life? That's a tough, big question, eh?
So, what do you think, Dawn? You have to help me out with this one.
I think that by being a generous person, or by giving our tithes and offerings to the church, that as illogical as it sounds, we've always got back more than we expected or put in, and we've always felt that our needs will be taken care of. Mm-hmm. I think you hear it over and over again. When you give of yourself, you definitely get back the sense of peace that your needs will always be taken care of.
Mm-hmm. And I also think in the world they've grabbed onto this principle too. At our school we have Blades players, and a part of the team is giving voluntary service, because they want to make sure it's not all about them. They want to give out the community. So even if the secular world is buying into understanding giving and generosity, it's just a principle that works.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I always think back to my boys being in Timbit soccer, and they get their free coffee or whatever, the free, not coffee, but their lemonade sugar drink after they play if they show the Timbits.
Yeah.
I mean, Timbits is giving that to the kids, but they also get, because they know the parents were in the front seat being told to go to Tim Hortons for the free drink, and they're gonna buy something. So it's definitely a principle that if you're open, you're also open to receive, so not only emotionally, physically, relationally, so it's good.
Yeah, and it's not just about the things that you might get back. These are the intangibles that you know, people just can't measure, and I think that's what has helped us in our marriage and our family. And again, that legacy that my parents left, I just can't emphasize enough, that's something that I want to leave on. And I think we as a couple have, because her parents have passed away too, so this is something that we see as very important.
Yeah, that's encouraging and inspiring. Thank you guys so much for taking some time out of your day.
Thank you.
To spend some time with, I mean, I'm a great host, but it takes some effort to get here. Once you're here, it's gravy, but to get here, it takes a bit of work. So thank you so much, Rod and Don, appreciate it.